Hello everyone. So a few people have expressed an interest in a really long rambly video. So that is what this is going to be. I'm just going to give a bunch of updates and ramble and allow myself to just talk about things that I personally think are absolutely of no interest, and that's usually why I don't ramble on, and that's usually why I edit these things out. But we're just going to go for it. I actually will be working all of November and probably into December on a kitchen renovation. So it's great in that I will have a good influx of income, but I will be really, really busy and I probably won't have any time to do a whole lot of video making. So I'm trying to kind of film as many videos as I can so that I can post them throughout November when I don't have the time to do so. So the first thing I want to ramble on about is that I have been kind of having fun with the mandolin again. And it started with, well, actually, so 2 years ago for Christmas, my parents came into town and they gifted me, well, my mom and stepdad gifted me this beautiful mandolin. This is a Gibson from 1901, and it's just, it is the most beautiful instrument I have ever had, I think. I just love the look of this instrument. It's just so wonderful. And so I started playing it, and then, because really my focus, what I really wanted was to play classical mandolin, and it just seemed kind of hard to find that sort of instruction because so much of mandolin is bluegrass. And so anyways, I picked up some music, these two books here, and never actually got to them. And then later on, I don't even know what had happened. It doesn't matter. See, I feel uncomfortable rambling. It just feels like so uninteresting. Then I started playing the violin again. The two instruments are tuned the same, so the fingering is the same. I can read the same. I can read the music, and it's really nice how like interchangeable they are, and the main difference being that one uses a bow and one uses a pick, and so you have a very different technique and approach for the right hand. But I have been taking violin lessons with a teacher here in Tucson, and she has been amazing. I am so glad to have her. But because I'm going to be doing this renovation, I will not have any time for my lessons. So we have put them on the side. We're going to postpone them until I have time again. The renovation that I'm going to be working at is actually in a town about an hour from here, so that's just going to eat up more of the day because I'll be going down there probably working 8-hour days, so leaving early in the morning and then coming home in the evening or at night even. But anyways, see, rambling, I hate it. I hope you're enjoying it. So anyways, I feel like the mandolin is a little, at least my approach with the mandolin has been a little bit more casual. So I've been playing it again because I won't have that much time to like have a really structured, regimented violin practice. Violin like feels like I am practicing in order to one day have fun and play. I feel like I can't just have fun and play the violin because it's too hard of an instrument. And so all of my time spent with it is a really structured doing scale work and arpeggios and etudes and double stops and bowing exercises and fingering exercises and shifting exercises. And so it's just a lot, and I don't think I'll have any time to do that. So I've been picking up and plucking at the mandolin again. Because it feels, I don't have that same approach. I mean, I'm doing practice, I'm actually doing scales and arpeggios too, but it just feels a little bit more like the whole of it is fun. I'm just playing for fun rather than practicing so that I can one day have fun, which is kind of messed up. It shouldn't be that way, but violin, man, it's so hard. So anyways, I finally delved into these books that I got 2 years ago, and I'm really enjoying them so far. And hopefully, I mean, it would be super cool if I was able to complete both of them. So that's where we're at, and I just want to play a little song for you, a little piece that I have learned from the Exploring Classical Mandolin book. Finally, I have tried to get that right for so many. I mean, you won't know this, but as of now, I've been recording for 8 minutes and 30 seconds to play that simple little alternate syncopations by August Waters. Okay, so the other thing that I want to ramble on about is my Etsy shop, because it's been a long time since I've been able to list things there. I have just been so busy, and it seems like November is going to be so busy as well. But I am still making things, and by the time I'm able to reopen shop, I should have so much inventory, hopefully, and hopefully it'll all sell. But one of the things that I am most excited about are these little pen pouches. I just think they're really cute, and the colors are all very satisfying to me. So these are made from 100% wool felt, and then the strap is leather scraps from making the journal covers, and they're just attached with a little rivet in the back. But one of the things that I have done differently that I really like is continuing the stitching all the way around the felt. I just think that makes it look more complete, and I really like the look of that. I'm actually using one of them, and I've increased the size. So these are a large size to hopefully accommodate every pen. And if it's a really big pen, I'm hoping that you can, adjust the flap so that there's extra space at the top. So this one is housing my Schaefer oversized balance from the 1930s. It's the only pen I've been using since I've gotten it. I just love this pen so much. And it's filled with Parker Quink Black. It's just been really simple and straightforward. I haven't had any pen restlessness. I have, however, had some journal restlessness, which I kind of alluded to in my last video. And I do want to talk about that a little bit, because it seems like some of you all kind of wanted to hear more rambles about that. So, journaling. So in October, it's still October at the time of this video, although I don't know when it's going to be posted, I felt really, really, really restless with my journal, just not excited to write. And even though I still wrote every morning, it just was really shortened, and I wasn't that compelled to do so. And so usually when that happens, I change journals, or change journal covers, or change pens, or change inks, and just kind of try to mix it up and create a new, fresh space that is inspiring. So at the time, I had just started this journal. This is a cover that I made with a Leuchtturm 1917 A5 size journal on the inside. And it started off pretty okay and then just kind of fell apart, where I just was like, nah, I just don't feel like writing. And so I decided to try a different journal, and this is a B6 Stalogy notebook in yet another cover that I have made. And this year I had started off at the beginning saying it was going to be the year of the Stalogy notebook, because at the time I felt really inspired by that journal, and I just wanted to, I love the idea so much of having a journal collection in which they're all the same journal. Like, that just sounds so satisfying to me, and like something that I want to display on a shelf. And sometimes I feel like having such a hodgepodge of different sizes and journal styles is kind of cool and eclectic, but I really just want this like clean, perfect, uniform look. And so I had kind of hoped that that would be what had happened with the Stalogy notebook. But I wrote with this, and honestly, the pen, the Schaefer oversized balance pen that I've been using, I just didn't like the way it felt on this paper at all. And I tried to make it work, and I tried using other pens, but I just want to use that one pen right now. So the Stalogy notebook didn't work out, and I went back to this journal, and then, but still was like restless and just wasn't having a lot of fun. So I decided to try something that has worked really well for me in the past as well, and that is a pocket size Leuchtturm. And this is a Chic Sparrow cover in the Outlander Fergus, which is just such a beautiful leather and so appropriate for fall, I feel. But I just didn't enjoy writing in this size. So I only ended up writing a page, and I was just like, ugh, I don't know. I'm not digging it. I'm not happy with my journaling setup right now. Now, these journals, so none of them have been completed. These two have only had like one or two pages written in them. I will save them because there will be a time in which I do feel inspired by one of these journals, and I will finish them, but it's just not right now. And so having to learn to let go and be okay with abandoning a journal, I think that a lot of times we feel like we need to stick with one and see it through even if we're miserable to the end. And that I feel that inclination too, but I think for the most part, like, this is a space that we've created for ourselves. This is a safe space. This is a space of inspiration. We shouldn't force ourselves to do something we don't want to do. We have to do those things already so much in our lives with other things. We have responsibilities that we are obligated to see through, and maybe that shouldn't be one of the places that we have to do that. I don't know. Anyways, rambling. So I decided to give this one a try, and I've already talked about this in the last video, but let me tell you, holy cow, I feel so inspired. So just a recap, this is a traveler's notebook that was custom designed through Baume Couchon. So it has elements that you wouldn't normally see on a traveler's notebook, such as the rivets on the corners and the pockets on the inside. And it's just, I really liked this. So I got it in April. I actually stamped the back with little like leather stamps. I don't know if you could see it very well. It says 4/13/21. So that's the day that this came home to me. And I really like this size a whole lot. It was the inserts thing that just kind of threw me off, because like I said, I have this vision of one day having a whole shelf full of beautiful, uniform journals, all the same size and all the same style, and just how satisfying that would be. And I feel like with an insert, you don't really have that ability to do because they don't really have a spine like a more traditional notebook does. So anyways, it doesn't matter because I'm really enjoying this, and I'm so grateful that I went back to this, and I'm having a lot of fun writing, and it just feels so good to be writing a lot in this journal and just writing and writing and writing. And I wake up in the morning and I can't wait to write, and I go to bed and I have to write before I go to bed, and I have to write through the day just to check in and hold the journal and feel the paper. And I really like this combination of the Schaefer oversized balance with the Parker Quink and the Tomoe River paper that it just is really doing it for me right now. And again, I just love this size, and I love that it's like this little purse clutch, and it's my wallet too. And actually the other day I was at a store and I pulled it out, and the cashier was like, "Oh my God, that is so beautiful." And she couldn't take her eyes off of it. I was like, "Yeah, I know, it's really pretty." And I just found out that Baume Couchon is not doing the custom orders anymore, which was called Truly Yours, I believe. And someone had commented on my last video saying that they've alluded to potentially bringing that service back. And I really hope they do, because it's such a nice way to design a cover that fits your needs. And this one is that. Oh, and it has my initials on the back. This is the first time ever getting my initials on a cover, because I've always felt like there's a good chance they will go somewhere else one day. They will be shipped off to someone new. But when I bought this one, my intention was for it to be something that I use for a very long time and cherish and covet and grow with. And so I'm just excited to be doing that again, because I really want to, I don't know, I just really want to grow with the journal. I think that would be fun. I changed things up so much, and I probably will continue to do so, but whatever. So one last thing that I just wanted to ramble about is, this is one of my very first journals. So this journal started in 1989. I was 4 years old. This was March 24th, 1989. And so what my mom and I did is I would draw a picture and then write as much as I could, which at the time wasn't very much, and then tell my mom what I wanted to say or what the picture was, and she would write down the information that I relayed to her. So I just want to show you, it's so cute. This one is from April 3rd, 1989. Oh my gosh, 1889. Can you imagine if I was that old? It's just so cute. The puppy is looking at the happy flowers. And there's a mommy flower and a baby flower and a puppy dog. I do this a lot throughout the journal. I'll have like a mommy something other than a human, like the mommy flower. There's a mommy duck in here. There's a mommy and baby, let's see, angels. There's a mommy and baby dog. Oh, here's the ducks. They're so cute. So it's pretty special. Thank you, Mom, for encouraging me to journal at such a young age. I love this one. So it's June 1st, 1989. There's a little house. And then note, there's a dark window in there because somebody was sleeping. Oh, here's a mommy and baby pig. And this journal goes for a couple of years. So here, February 21st, 1990. So now I wasn't 5 yet. My birthday's in May, but approaching 5. And it's getting a little more complex. Lots going on in that picture. Maybe a hummingbird or something. And a sun and a kitty cat and a dog. And it looks like a person with little people earrings. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know if that's what it was. Here, oh, this is when I must have been going through my Little Mermaid phase. That was my absolute favorite for a while, and I used to watch it over and over and over and over and over. and I wanted to be a mermaid so bad, and every time I got an opportunity to go swimming, I would pretend to be a mermaid. Yeah, here's some more mermaids. Let's see. I think, oh, here we go. I also was learning how to read and write, so there are some entries by yours truly. Look at that penmanship. Isn't it beautiful? So anyways, that is all I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you appreciated this really long rambling video and enjoyed it and had fun, and I will see you in the next.